All right, so we had some technical difficulties there. Hopefully everybody is there, and welcome to today's Forex Daily Dimes. We're going to try it again. Before we do that, we're going to talk about trading the dimes, the $1.10, the $1.20, 30, and so on. And as we do that, we're going to be trading within four common, pieces of that, every 250 pips. So before we do that, let's get into the disclaimer. Obviously, we know there is risk in trading. You probably at one point will lose trading in the live markets. These are strictly for entertainment, for your entertainment, but my entertainment as well. And past performance is not indicative to future results. So, with that being said, let's dive right in the chart. So we've been seeing some weakness here with the U.S. dollar the past, this week, today's Monday, Monday the 10th. But we've seen that weakness for the past, since the 20th or so of August, or sorry, the 5th of August. All right. So we have our long bias. We're trading off these hezzy bands from the $1.10 to $1.1250. 250 pips once. We have a close up there, so we have our long bias right here. So right now we don't really have a trading opportunity, but we have one in the dollar yen as of right now. So the dollar yen is going to be pretty much, it's going to be a little bit different look than the euro dollar. Still trading the dollar, but the yen with that. So we have a nice close below this dollar 107.50. This hezzy band here. So we have our short bias. Okay. And we have an opportunity to for a limit order up at $6.75 or 106.75. Stop above 107.50. Target at 105 even. And as I said earlier before, these are not trading ideas for you. These are for entertainment only. Let's take a peek at the pound dollar. As of right now, we talked about this last week. There wasn't a lot of opportunity as of right now with a lot of them because we had a lot of resetting from this $1.30 area right here on the euro, the pound dollar. So we don't have any opportunities here. No bias there. Basically, as we're going in these 250 pip zones, we have big banks, institutions buying and selling. They're battling it out. Let's let them battle it out. We have the Aussie dollar. We're still within, we'll call it no man's land. This is half court. Part of the reasons call it Forex Daily Dimes is we have it's kind of like a basketball court. We have half court right here. The two baselines. It's going to go somewhere. Once we get past three-quarter court this way, we'll say the three-point line. We want to take it up to here. So we have no opportunities right here as well. Dollar CAD, I believe we got an opportunity here. Let's take a peek at this one. We have a nice short bias with this dollar CAD. We have an opportunity to potentially go short here at $1.34.25. Stop at the $1.35 even. Let's fix that so you guys can see that. $1.35. As we're going through here, feel free to leave questions in the chat. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the show here, the Forex Daily Dimes. We'll try to do a show every day. We're going to bring multiple guests on here as well. Let's take a peek at the dollar Swiss franc. Kind of a safe haven play. We have our short bias here. So we had an opportunity to get in the trade right here. It should be in the trade right now. We have a sell order for the 91.75, stop above 92.50. target, 90 cents even. So one of the things you can do with this strategy, and what a lot of people like about it, is you can, if you have a trade plan, which you should have a trade plan, you should be doing the same things over and over and over again. That way you can test and see what's working. So typically we got a 77 pip stop just above this 92.50 area. 77 pip stop, 172 pip target, which is over a 2 to 1, about 2 1/4 to 1 roughly. So you guys can do the math. How many times out of 10 trades do you need to be right to be profitable? I'll let you guys do the math on that. At 2.5 or 2 1/4 to 1. Take a peek at the New Zealand dollar. So the New Zealand dollar, we had a close here above the 61.75 area. So we have our long bias. Essentially, there's 4 250 pip zones from 60 cents to 70 cents. So as we had a close above this is a 4-hour chart right here. Once you have a close above this 65.75, we want to get long. Stop below 65 even, 65 cents. Target at the 67.50. So this is still in the zone right now. This is a potential trade that's been happening since July 7th, right? Doesn't matter how long these trades take. You have your stop, you have your target, so you're protected on both ends. So let the trade happen. Let's look at a couple more here. Let's look at, I believe the New Zealand yen has an opportunity. Aussie yen. Let's look at the Aussie yen. We have our very strong close above here. What a lot of people do is they see these closes, they'll hop up, they'll try to get in this trade after a move in price. Well, has a move already happened? Of course it has. So we want to get back in on our 4-hour chart off our hesi band. So this trade already happened. Had one stop out here. Now you have a close above here again. This should be an opportunity to be in this trade right now. Stop below 75 even, target at 77.50. Let's take a peek at what the US dollar is doing. Got a bunch of ads here. That's the nice thing about trading and investing. Any site that you go to that's free, you're going to get bombarded with ads. So the US dollar, this is a weekly chart. It's been pretty much range bound since 2015, right? So understanding the US dollar, the Dixie, that's going to be essentially opposite of what the euro dollar is going to do. Okay, so we had a big drop in price for the past, since March. Had a slight rally here. See what happens here in the coming days and weeks. If there's any opportunities on the euro dollar. Take a peek at the news. So does anybody trade and check the news every day or at least once a week to see what's coming up, any major events? Non-farm payrolls, interest rates. Does anybody do any checking on the news? So it's actually going to be a pretty quiet week. Not a whole lot today, so really nothing's going to spark and move these markets this week. The New Zealand dollar does have a rate statement tomorrow evening. This is Central Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. They're projected to stay the same at 0.25%. So that may or may not run. I guess it'll depend on what they say in the statement. If that'll spark any interest for buyers and sellers coming in the game there. Not a whole lot going on Wednesday. The red events are major events. You got unemployment change for Australian dollar and unemployment rate. You might have a slight movement there. Nothing going on 13th Thursday, and nothing going on Friday. So on a short-term basis, there's probably not going to be a lot of movement in the market this week, just based on there's not a lot of news. News really drives this Forex market. So not a lot going on this week without the news. One of the sites I like to look at is Scotiabank, just for some fundamental news. I mean, you don't really need to understand a lot of fundamental information in the markets, but it's kind of nice to kind of see what's going on, what they're saying, and just have a understanding of what's really going on in the market. So here was today. We had there was some Chinese sanction on U.S. officials. So I mean, is that bringing more strength to the U.S. dollar? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The charts are what is telling you what's going on. Okay, so you can take a peek at these sites. Scotiabank, and it's a global foreign exchange daily. So this comes out daily, usually 7, 8, probably 8 o'clock or so Central Time. So it doesn't depending on which time frame or which time zone that you're in. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Any current pairs they want to look at that they're trading? Take out one more. We'll take a look at one more pair. We got the New Zealand franc sitting in our zone right now. So we have a long bias. We had a really nice close on this candle here on the 1st of June, bringing our long bias. Okay, which would have been up here somewhere. Probably the close is probably right around here on the 1st. Okay. That being said, on our 4-hour chart, bringing in buy area here. So this trade, potential trade here can be sitting in the zone right now. Buy here, stop here, target here, sitting in the zone, and just kind of wait for it to happen. Wait for and let the trade play out on its own. So on the next couple sessions, we're going to get into some more about the news. What's driving these markets? Obviously, this week there's not a lot of news, so not a whole lot to talk about. Some different topics on a trade plan we're going to talk about. Okay, get in the trade plans, following your plan, some of the emotions of trading and investing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this this session here at Forex Daily Dimes. And until next time, retire young, my friends.